Hey team, how y'all doing today? Just wanted to make this video for knowing how to set up and use the HYROS Chrome extension. Okay, so first thing, when you're inside HYROS, you're going to want to go to Setup and Docs. Okay, click on Setup and Docs, start here. That's going to take you to this window right here. All you got to do is just click on Advanced Setup and click on Setting Up and Using the HYROS Chrome extension. Now I'm just going to walk through it here, but basically all of these different like mini docs essentially show you how to use it. So you're going to click on one of these and just go right here. You're going to click the Here button, and that right there will take you to download it for Chrome. So like you'll basically add it to Chrome, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to need an API key. So in order to get an API key inside HYROS, we just need to go to Settings, Profile, and then we scroll down to API keys, okay? Now, what we'll want to do, actually, is make a new API key specifically for Chrome extension. So we can call it Chrome Extension. And then we can just select all of these. This right here is like something that you want, so that way that it has full permissions. And then the user, boom, you'll just basically like select whoever has the main account. Now, only the account owner with HYROS can actually generate an API key. So the account owner of the HYROS account needs to do it and be logged into the main HYROS account essentially. Okay, and then you'll click Add API Key, just like that, Chrome extension. Then you'll hover over the API key, you'll click it just like that. Okay, and then we're gonna basically put it right inside here and we're gonna sync it. Okay, boom, now it's synced. Now I can click on any one of these and then it will take me to Ads Manager, and then specifically like for my ads account, I don't really have anything inside here, but just for the purposes of showing you, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to make sure that whatever level you're on, so campaign level, ad set level, or ad level, doesn't matter, we need to have the campaign ID turned on. So inside columns, customize, we just go campaign ID right there. That needs to be selected. Okay, boom, apply. Great. And then we can basically expand this out, and then it's going to show those columns. Okay, and then we can kind of click on it. And you know, there is a new version. I can click here to upgrade the Chrome extension. So yeah, there's the new version right here. So most likely you're going to see this version right here, where it's just basically like a little table will pop up just like this. Okay, there we go. And so with this, you're able to see like notifications. You can hide this if you want. Okay, but when you're using the Chrome extension, you'll need to have this showing. Okay, clear cookies catchy. Okay, so like we can do that, and then we can click this little drop down. We can log out, put a new API key in if we need to. If we're like logging into multiple HYROS accounts, we'll need to do that. If you're an agency account, you should be able to filter between your different HYROS accounts. Okay, and then what you can also do is you can edit the columns right here. You can search for any column that you want. So like if I type in unique, yeah, so like unique sales, okay, I can like select that, okay, unique calls, something like this, right, and then deselect it, and then I can basically kind of like see what's selected right here, what's not, what's turned on. All of these I can basically like drag to the top, and that will be like the order that I see things in. Okay, so these are all dynamic columns. Okay, we can essentially just grab them and drag them to the top and place them in whatever order we see fit. Okay, and so that right there is how you basically edit the columns. This is how you enable/disable the Chrome extension. So if I click on that, it's going to turn it off. If I click on it again, it will turn it back on. Okay, and then we can also we can enable or disable dashboard data, which is like data from like your dashboards inside HYROS. And then right here, this is the configuration. So we can choose like last click or first click, boom. We can choose both last click and first click. So we can see both of those inside the Chrome extension. We can do scientific and do a days range of attribution. What that means is like if we set it to 10 days right there, okay? If someone purchases within 10 days of seeing the first source, HYROS will attribute the sale to the first source. If they purchase after 10 days of seeing the first source, HYROS will attribute the sale to the last source, okay? So that's what scientific does. That's really useful if like your customers are seeing multiple sources before they actually purchase. We can ignore organic sources, we can exclude hard costs, or enable hard costs if you're tracking that, if you have custom costs inside of a specific product, or if you are a Shopify store, usually that comes in natively to HYROS. Ignore recurring sales, so you can like look at just like first time purchases, first time revenue, etc. Okay, there's a lot of things that we can do with the Chrome extension, but campaign, we want campaign ID on, okay? Ad set level, we want to make sure that we have the ad set ID turned on, apply, okay? Ad level, we want to make sure that we have the ad ID turned on, ad set, ad ID, boom, okay? So whatever level we're looking at, okay, we want to make sure that we actually can see that, all right? Now, if you have any questions about this, just let me know. Happy to assist, and thanks so much for watching, team.